Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have a 50-cent coin for you from the country of Japan. I personally have never seen this one before. I could not figure out exactly what it was. I knew it was kind of modern just because of all the stuff that's on here, but I just wasn't sure, and I was finally able to figure it out by the back. And the back, again, is quite, or the reverse is quite different from any Japanese coin that I've ever seen. So let's go back over and take a look at it. And this is a 50-cent coin. And it does not say Japan on the top like many of our other coins. It doesn't say State of Japan. It says Government of Japan. And then it says 50 here, Sen here. And there's some wheat and rice up here. Yeah, where it says Government of Japan, some wheat and rice. There's the 50. There it says Sen. Here's like a cog for like a cog in a wheel that, of industry. This is like a pickaxe here. This is, I'm not sure this is a hoe or some kind of chopping instrument. Over here we see some fish, one fish on each side, and they are very interesting, just swimming that way. And then down at the very bottom we see, and of course this identifies it completely, but I don't know all the Japanese years, but this says year 21 of the Showa era. Year 21 of the Showa era. And that means that this is the 21st year that the Showa emperor had been emperor. And this is the 21 here. Now, there's something interesting about these coins, and that is that there is a coin here that goes, essentially let's call this an equal, a plus, and a minus. There is one that goes equal plus equal, which was year 22 of the Showa, that was never released to circulation. So there's a 50 sen, and this coin here, year 21 of the Showa, equals 1946. And that was the only year that this coin was made and released into circulation, was 1946. There are no other Japanese coins that look like this because this is the only year it was made. And there was one, well, let me rephrase that. It was made in 1947 or year 22 Showa, but it was not released into circulation. So if you want to look for that one where it says equals plus equals, that is one that's very, very, very expensive, between $600 and $2,000+ depending on the shape that it's in. Now it should be in good shape. It should be in at least very fine shape because it was never released to circulation. So the people who did get hold of it usually are collectors because it wasn't spendable in the sense that it got released and people used it to buy stuff. So here we are. That's the obverse or front. Now this is a reeded edge, and I said no, this can't be the right coin because I looked at it and the edge, and it turns out that if you get this just right, you can see that this is a reeded edge, but there it is. You can see a couple of the lines there, but it's so worn down that you can't hardly see the lines. This is a brass coin, a really light brass coin. It it weighs way less than the other Japanese coins that we've dealt with, and I think that's because it was a post-war year. 1946 was a very tough year for Japan, a good year for, in many ways, for the rest of the world, because the World War II was over, but Japan was paying the price for World War II in 1946, and none of their money was worth anything, and they were occupied by the Allied and United States forces at that time. So this is the 50 sen, which is half a yen. It is brass. It weighs 4.5 grams, 23.5 millimeters in diameter, and it's, of course, round. On the back, look at this back. It has a flying phoenix, and the phoenix, hopefully the sign for Japan rising from the ashes, and we know that it wasn't just ashes, that they had a nuclear bomb dropped a few nuclear bombs dropped on Japan. So Japan was not only reconstructing from the bombs, but they were also trying to get back on track after World War II. And they were very, very, very poor in Japan. This is a signal for Japan up here. Down here we see the value again. That's the 50 yen down here. And here you can see the head of the phoenix as it's flying through the clouds. As a chrysanthemum up there, of course, that's the flower. And we know that about 268 million of these were made, mostly distributed in 1946 and 1947. And then in 1948, a new coin came out, which was not this coin and had a different design on it. So if you're looking for this coin, remember, go to this side, find a 50 sen. From 1947, you'd go equal plus equal here rather than equal plus minus. This equal plus minus is the year 1946, which is year 21 of the Showa era. All right, have a great day from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're interested in world and international coin videos, and leave any comments you have in the comments section.